Okay, everybody, welcome to our Thursday leadership call. I know we had our call last Sunday because of the Lead Academy. And as some of you are coming on, just make sure you mute your mics when you come on. Guys, I'm excited to continue to do these calls because we've had massive growth in our group since this. And so tonight what I wanted to do is I'm going to show a short clip of our upcoming event in April. And then what I'm going to do over the next couple weeks is I'm going to touch base on some leadership qualities. And you guys can see that I have John Maxwell's book on there, The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. If you haven't read it yet, buy it and read it, because next week I'm going to talk about the course that we are getting ready to have in January that you can sign up for. And it's going to be 12 weeks, and it's one of the really cool things about it is it's very inexpensive. It's going to be with Dr. John Maxwell. He's going to have different times of the week that you can pick to do it. And guys, I took the live course a couple weeks ago. It was all day of people in our industry, and it was phenomenal. It was life-changing. It was just an awesome thing, because what happened is that it changed not only my belief in our industry, but it gave me a broader perspective on growth and what we do in going through personal growth. And it was awesome because it was faith-based, and you can see one of the quotes from Dr. Maxwell is, "A small discipline repeated with consistency every day leads to great achievements gained slowly over time." Daily action. So I'm going to play this quick video, and then we're going to get in. We got 4 special people that are going to share 5 minutes. Awesome. What I want you guys to think about is think about that. I found this beautiful picture. And if you guys can see the convention center right there, that's where we're going to have our convention, April the 19th through the 22nd. And I really love what corporate has done. They have allowed us to have an extension on the $149 registration fee. And that goes till, I believe, 12 o'clock tomorrow night. And I will get a confirmation on that tonight from my account manager, and then I will share that with you guys on Facebook and on the LifeVantage Facebook page, and I will send it out on our team pages. But one of the reasons I'm going to have this call tonight is I'm going to have 4 people just share about 5 minutes on their experience of our Orlando Elite Academy. Guys, I want to say that we had our largest group there, 75 people of my own team, our team, and it was just awesome. It was probably one of the best events, and we didn't even get to have it the whole time. We went through a hurricane, as some of you know, and Friday there was going to be a lockdown. The weather went by. We were able to have Friday night our science seminar and our technology seminar, and then we had all day Saturday convinced. And so what's really cool is I'm going to bring some people on right now to just share just a couple, like I said, 5 minutes of what their experiences was, a nugget that they took away from this. And so first I'm going to have, and what I want them to do is I'm going to tell a little bit about them. And then if they want to tell something about themselves, they're more than welcome to do that. But what I want them to do is to show you guys why attending events is important, and so that you guys can understand that most of these people, this was their first event. And so being their first event, you guys are going to see why all of them are excited about convention. It's an extra day. It's 3 days instead of 2 days, a day and a half. And it not only builds your belief, but there's a lot of training that goes on. And we usually see massive growth after every event, but we see even more massive growth after convention. So my first person that I'm going to have on is Megan Frères. Megan is, I like it. Megan said to me, she said she's an entrepreneur. She's been in the beauty industry. I like that, the beauty industry, for 29 years. Owned and operated her own successful salon in Charlotte, North Carolina, for 10 years. She's a mom, married to 15 years, but been together for 20. She has 2 children, and she's been with LifeVantage for 9 months, and this was her first event, and she was enrolled by Gwen Rosier, who lives here in Clearwater. So Megan, the floor is yours, my friend. Take it away.
Hi, thanks, Michael.
You're welcome.
So you can hear me?
I can. It's all yours. Have at it.
Okay, so yeah, this was my very first experience, and I had a great time. I really, really enjoyed meeting my entire team, people that I hadn't met yet, but had talked to several times and had reached out to me and called me and said welcome and thank you. It was really, really nice to give those people a hug and to see them in person. So I guess jumping right in, some things that I was really excited about was Thursday with Eric Worre, and I got some good nuggets out of that. I really thought it was great that he chose that guy Jordan, if you were there, out of the crowd, and he was talking about your power stance. So kind of, it was a long interaction, but to make it short, he was basically showing him how he was not using his power stance, and how when he did use his power stance, like the entire room changed. Everything changed for him, and I thought that was important to have to remember body language and how a very small movement like that creates success. I really liked Eric Worre's diagram of the tree and how he stated that 95% of people were scared and stationary, and that he proved to me that I was scared and stationary, but that I wanted to be that other 5%. And so that was pretty inspiring, and seeing it so simply drawn out like that is kind of an eye-opener, I thought. It put it in perspective. I really enjoyed everybody, honestly, but I really enjoyed Carrie Dickey, and I thought her energy was just amazing. Her message was fantastic, and she reiterated a lot of things that I already knew. But what I enjoyed the most was the affirmation, and you can record those right on your telephone and listen to them every single day, and from, you know, just every day saying you're going to go and talk to 4 different people, or just you're the, you know. So I really enjoyed Carrie Dickey, and then I really liked the elite panel. That was really awesome. One, it was all women, super inspiring, and it kind of gave me that idea of where I could be and their stories and how long it had taken them and what they had that pulled them back and what they had that pushed them forward. I thought that was really fantastic. They gave us lots of different books to read, which were motivating. I'm a big reader, and I got 3 new books to jump into. That was really great. There was one thing that happened on Saturday night at the bar after everybody was hanging out. I got to meet a lot of different people, and that was really fun. But I got to meet Gabe and Jill Pearson, and this has nothing to do with LifeVantage at all whatsoever, but Gabe was waited on by the bartender, and she gave him a glass of water, and he tipped her $5. And not that that should be impressive that it was that much money, but the bartender was so grateful for it that it just really, I don't know, kind of reiterated that giving it back, like somebody's giving you so much, and then you were in a position that you were able to give something back. And just that $5, I mean, she glowed. and she was talking to her barmate. She was just like, oh my gosh, do you see this? It was $5. And so I don't know, I thought that small experience being outside of LifeVantage, but seeing this person who is so important in LifeVantage do that, I thought that was really impressive. The technology was great. The science was great. The science allowed me to want to experience more of what was going on with the Huntington's and the thyroid, since I have that running in my family. And so I really want to learn more about that. So the whole thing was fantastic, and I'm really glad to be a part of it. And thanks for asking me, Michael, to speak about it.
No, awesome. You guys see, some of you, how it's just a family. It's just a bigger picture of the culture of LifeVantage. Things like that just don't normally happen in normal business or in normal interactions with people. So Megan, that's awesome. That's a great experience. I think that's going to help you create a story down the line as you go through this. I'm excited to work with you. I'm excited to come to Charlotte here soon to work with you and Julie and other people and build that area. That's an untapped area, another untapped area that's in the next 2 to 3 years. Hopefully you'll be the one to build that area up and continue to build an awesome business. So I'm honored that you took the time to come on today. And so thanks for sharing your heart, and thanks for being a part. Thanks for what they tell us every time we call. Thanks for being the best part of LifeVantage.
Thanks.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Awesome. So next, I'm going to have somebody come on that I've grown to just really have a great relationship with. He's on these calls every week. And Mike has been to a couple events. Mike told me, I'm not going to read all this, but Mike's a pretty important guy. He's been in the corporate field for 40 years. Wow, Mike, that's a long time. He's been married for 44 years. Wow, awesome. And he's got 3 wonderful daughters. He was enrolled by his sister, Lisa, who is a leader in LifeVantage. And I think Mike's going to talk a little bit about the difference that he experienced and why he continues to go to these. So Mike, the floor is yours. Thank you for being on the call tonight.
All right. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate you asking me to share some thoughts this was my third Elite Academy. The first one was the first of the year when we went to Tennessee, to Nashville. I was brand new in the business, and I was kind of like overwhelmed a little bit, a deer in the headlights, so to speak. But I met a lot of people, got to be part of the team with my sister, Dr. Borland, Chad, you. I can go on and on. But then the second one was in California, in Anaheim. And I got more out of it because I was able to listen more, took a lot of notes. I could see the difference between Tennessee and California very prevalently. Darren Jensen is at the helm, and he's a heck of a captain. And then this one was even more so because I really started to focus on the science. I really enjoyed listening to Dr. McKee and Dr. Svetna and, of course, Dr. Fifi. And we really have unbelievable products. I don't think any of us have the background to fully understand because we're not scientists. But we know that it works. And then I was listening to some of the nuggets that I took away, though, were Dave and Jill Pearson. They really are leaders. I mean, their whole thing, it's time to launch your business, Mike. Get off your butt. So that's what I got out of those folks. And they said that you need to have the right mindset to launch your business. So we're launching business here in Lexington, Kentucky, even though I'm still working in corporate America. And then Marilyn Moser got up and she said, okay, Mike, you got to take responsibility for your actions. So that's what I'm trying to do right now, is take responsibility by setting my goals, trying to touch base with a couple of people every day about this business, and trying to get people into the to listen to the ABC program, ABC Live It. Tyler Daniels and Jalen Rose are really at the helm of this business, along with with Darren, because they refined the comp plan to help everybody grow their business. Not only the people that are coming on board, but the people upline are going to get a piece of the action. And for $50, people are going to pick up the phone and call. I had 3 or 4 people say, if you need a third-party validation, Mike, call me. I'm available anytime. So I got several names at the Dr. Luxembourg, who was sitting next to me through most of the conference, and he said, you're not using me either, so call me. Daisy Goodwin from Hawaii. Her thing was burning desire to change my future and the future of others. So this business is really not just about us, it's about a lot of other folks. And so one of the goals that I'm trying to work on is how to change the financial and time freedom for 1,000 families in Lexington. So that's where I'm heading. And then finally, Chris Michael really brought a lot of this together. He started talking about commitment and contribution. I mean, I always can show up at meetings, but I wasn't bringing anybody. So, and I need to put on the meeting. So I need to bring people to the meeting. I need to accept no excuses. I need to get results like I have in corporate America. And then finally, from Japan, our Master Pro 10 Hirota, he said, our job is to share this business, LifeVantage business, with people all over the world. So that's what I took away from our conference.
Awesome. Do you guys hear the excitement as his conversation went along about things? Now, this is somebody who's been in for a while, but his consistency and persistency, I was reading today, and since Mike shared this, I'm going to just share one quote before I go on to the next person. I was reading about some stuff, and let me just find it real quick while you guys just bear with me. I took 30 pages of notes at this John Maxwell conference, and I had one quote that I wanted to share with you guys, and if I don't find it, then I'll share it next time. But just hearing Mike talk, okay, here, I found it. Okay, so it says consistency trumps persistency. You get it by persistency, but you keep it by consistency. Okay? Consistency trumps persistency, but you get it by persistency, but keep it by consistency. So I think that you guys can see that Mike's starting to understand that, and I'm sure he would correct me that he's beginning to overcome his fears by worrying about what people or what he's done in corporate America, because this is totally different. And now he's learned that every time he goes to one of these events, he picks something up that he can use to help him overcome those fears. So, Michael, I'm excited for you. I'm always here for you. And so thanks for taking a minute to share.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So my next person, let me get my little note out here. I had notes and it kind of went away. So and my next guest is actually from back where I'm from, actually in Ohio. Stacy Nettler is like I said, is from Ohio. She has been also in corporate America. I don't know why my notes are not coming up here, Stace. So you might have to tell a little bit about yourself here. Let me just see if I can pull it back up. I apologize. I thought I had it here and it just kind of went away. So I guess that's how my phone has been. So let me just pull it.
Can you hear me, Michael?
I can. There you are. How are you?
Hi, everybody. How are you?
Awesome. Well, I'll just let you. I know that you've been in the medical sales industry for over 25 years. You also were enrolled by Lisa Hinkey, and we had a chance to meet up in Ohio. And I know you're from Ohio, and so why don't you just tell us a little bit more about yourself, and then tell me some things that you also took away from your first Elite Academy, or maybe this is your second. Was this your second one?
Yes. Hey, guys. It's Michael. Thank you again for allowing me the opportunity to talk on the call. This is so wonderful. I'm so excited. This is my second Elite Academy, and I will tell you that they both have been amazing. And what I've taken away from both, and I can drill down on this this last academy based on the hurricane and a lot of the different variables that we had that we did not have in the California Elite Academy. But the net of it is the people that are at the academy want to help each other. And the thing I noticed, Elite or Lisa did get me into the LifeVantage program, which I'm very thankful for. Thank you, Lisa. Love you. And it's all about how do you generate your livelihood so that you can have independence, freedom, especially when you have a family and you have a lot of other things that you want to do with your life and not be tied down to a corporate structure environment. And that's what I've had all my life is a corporate structure environment. I've been in healthcare for a gazillion years, and I'm very much attached to helping and making people safe and understanding how they can keep their life long, how they can be safe, and understanding how they can take care of themselves so that they can live the longest life possible. And LifeVantage, I think, really brings that. And the academies, at least the two that I've been to, have been amazing because they have articulated on the science behind the products, which has been amazing. And then the other piece that is quite different than the corporate world, as Michael said, I've been in the corporate world for 25 plus years in healthcare. The most amazing thing is that when you sit next to somebody during the Elite Academy, and I lean over to somebody and I say, what did they say and how does that mean? And they try to help you and they want you to succeed. And these academies are amazing because not only as you're sitting during the sessions, before the sessions and after the sessions, during coffee and, as Megan said, at cocktail hour and whatnot, you can say, hey, I don't understand what they said, and can you help me realize what they meant on the either the science part of something or the comp part of something or whatnot. And no matter who the person is, whether they're your upstream or downstream, they stop and they talk. And they're like, yeah, I'll help you. And I had probably this last particular academy, I don't know, probably no less than 6 people where I asked, because I'm new, and I'm trying to build my business and I'm trying really hard, and I work in a corporate environment and I'm working 80 plus, 100 plus hours on my regular quote day job. And I'm trying to build the business so that I can become independently financially free. And it's very hard. And so it's hard for me to keep up with everything. So at the academies, when I stop and I say to somebody, what did that mean? What does that mean? And can you help me? They don't even know who I am. And they're like, yeah, I'll help you. Here's what it means. Here's what this is. And it was amazing. And it's just very amazing. Lisa connected me to probably 2 or 3 people that I had breakfast with, I had lunch with, and completely great experiences. And then as I'm walking back to the hotel room, this last academy, as I'm walking back to the hotel room, I chit chat with somebody as they're walking back, and I'm like, hey, how are you? Who are you? How long have you been at LifeVantage? How is it working for you? And how did you give me some nuggets on some stuff that you recommend? Because I'm just starting out that helped you get successful. And it's amazing the little nuggets that people give you. And then how many people gave me cards saying, call me if you need help. Call me whenever you need anything. It's a community that is the most amazing community. It's completely different than any corporate structure that I've been ever involved in. And as Michael said, I've been unfortunately involved in over 25 plus years, which is giving away my age a little bit. Thank you, Michael.
Not much. Not much. You don't look your age, so you're good. So
no, it's an amazing experience. The academies are definitely something that I have learned a lot with on the 2 that I've attended, and it's an amazing structure. I am thankful for it. So
awesome. So let me ask you one question before you go. Did it exceed your expectations, and was it what you thought it was going to be, or did it exceed your expectations when you went?
It exceeded the expectations, and here's the reasons why. I'll give you two reasons. The first is the open arm aspect that everybody had. It just wasn't our team, it was everybody. And the second is, when you're starting the business, right, you have to spend money, your own money, to invest in attending Maze, right? So you're thinking, oh my gosh, this is a lot of money. And it exceeded my expectations on the fact that it wasn't only a educational experience on LifeVantage, it also complemented and added on who I am personally, and it was motivational, which helped me realize how I can grow my own LifeVantage business.
Awesome.
And so, yes, it exceeded it in those two areas.
Awesome. Thank you for your transparency, and thanks for sharing your heart. And I'm going to be up your way here in November, so I'll keep you updated when I'm coming. We're going to be doing some meetings in Ohio and stuff, so I'll keep you updated. But Stacy, thank you so much for being on the call tonight. I really appreciate it.
It's Michael. Thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity. And Suzanne, hi, I see you. Hope you're feeling better.
Awesome. So, okay. So what a lead in. Okay. So my next person, you guys have heard a couple times on the call. One of the reasons I wanted to share with, and it just confirmed as we went through this day is that Suzanne is, you guys know her fairly well now. She's only been in for about 6 weeks, I think, maybe, or so, right around there. Made Pro 3 in her first month, just missed Pro 4 in her second month. And then today, she took away what I took away from Eric Worre when he said to raise the bar to be a visionary. And she said, you may think this is crazy, but I want to be Pro 5 this month. And I said, girlfriend, with that excitement and that energy, just think about all the people that have spoke before. And I would think that everybody that spoke would say, giving me a thumbs up, would say that their belief level has went up above. And I'm sure Megan would say that, and Michael would say that their belief level has went up. So what I want Suzanne to share with you guys is what she thought about LifeVantage Academy, Elite Academy before she went, what's happened while she was there and after, and now what her goals and expectations are. So Suzanne, have at it, girl. It's all yours.
Thank you. So yes, I'm going to be completely honest with all of you. I thought it was going to be a complete waste of my time and money. Truly. I actually didn't want to go. I got convinced because of Michael that it was something that I should at least do once and try. I didn't want to go. I'm busy at work and I've got all this stuff going on. I thought it would be a bunch of like, yay, LifeVantage, it's so great, let's buy some t-shirts, and then everybody would leave. So when I got there, I could not have arrived more skeptical than anyone you could imagine. And I put a lot of pressure on that first day that it needed to impress me, or that was it, and I'm never gonna go to these things again. And of course, Eric Worre was the first person presenting. So then I thought, okay, well, he was good, but the rest of it is still probably not going to be very helpful. And then, of course, the hurricane hit, and we had a day off. So Saturday was really the day. That was the moment where I was like, Suzanne Carreri is either going to get into this and make this like her lifelong career, and I'm going to, Utah, and this is all it, or see you later. It was amazing. It was amazing. Like, it was incredible. And, there's 3 things that I would say that I really got out of this. I mean, I don't want to repeat the things that other people have said, but the 3 things were, number 1, motivation, without a doubt. I arrived there committed to this business. I don't think anybody goes without commitment, but I left. I want to be sitting beside you, Michael, in the elite seats in Utah. That's where I want to be come April. Motivation's huge. And you build a network. Oh my goodness. I have, you Ohio guys that I met. Like, I've got chiropractors and different professionals from all over now that are part of my network that I know if I went to any city in the US, I could call them up and they would help me out however I needed. And training. So that was the number one thing that I really was looking for. Am I actually going to get information out of this that I can use? Tools, actual tools. Notebook. My new Axio notebook
I love it.
is full of tools of things that I learned that I can actually truly implement. I spent a few days after the conference literally just mapping out in my book, what am I going to do? Who am I going to talk to? What's the structure? I'm done, Michael. You win. I give up. You win.
Well, you guys, it's kind of funny because Suzanne said to me when we were up, she said, just tell me like it is. Just be real and be raw with me. And I said, well, because I introduced her to Brandon, and Brandon and her connected, and you know, and she said, well, just tell me like it is. I said, well, he usually only works with people who attend events. And she said, really? And I was like, yeah. She's like, well, I'm just going to go just for that. That's why I'm going. My upline won't help me if I don't attend events. And I said, I'm only kidding. And she said, no, you're not. And so that was one of our little inside jokes. And then she challenged me. She said, I'm going to race you to Pro 8. And so, we have, yes, exactly. Well, we have, guys, do you sense the excitement level that we have in the people that are involving themselves in this company? And we're not even a blip on the radar of the whole industry. And one of the things Suzanne and I talked about is what Eric Worre said when he said, you guys have an advantage over any company in the industry because you have a product that extends aging. And he said, all I had to do was look at the science and said, I'm going to take this product the rest of my life. I can promise you he never said that about any other company's products. And he talks all around the world about all these different companies. And so he said, you guys have an advantage. So let's take advantage of this advantage. If you haven't registered for Global Convention, which I know Suzanne has, I know I have, I wanted to just share this. I know we went over a couple minutes, but I want to let everybody know that Lisa and I did the numbers on the Master Track Pass, and it saves you money. It actually saves you. Rebecca did too? Okay, so it saves, you basically get like one convention and 5 elite academies. Okay, so you get convention and 5 elite academies with a Master Track Pass for $500. So you can look at the $149 just for one event. So if you're smart and you want to save money and you're committed, do that Master Track Pass. It's $500 for 5 events. Okay, so it saves you. You basically get one for free, basically. Okay, so guys, I'm excited. Thank you so much, Megan, Stacy, Michael, Suzanne, for sharing. I think these are the type of things that continues to build our beliefs. I will say this last thing is I've been archiving these calls on my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed to it, please do yourself a favor. Go back and listen to last couple weeks' calls, especially the one with Dr. Arthur Lupsha and the one with John Huey. Last week, we talked about that accountability sheet that Brandon and Lynette Cunningham talked about. Next week, we're going to talk about it a little bit more because we're going to start to implement it. It's your accountability. If you haven't filled that out yet, fill it out. It's in your back office. If you don't have it, text me. I'll email it over to you. Sit down and fill it out. It keeps you accountable. I just told Suzanne, I love a challenge. So while she's been writing in her book, I've been exposing this to people. And so she's got to get on the ball now that she's back. So just saying, but guys, thank you so much again for all of you guys taking time out on your awesome and busy week that you've had. And so everybody have an amazing weekend. Let's go and let's expose this business. Let's overcome our fears. Let's get excited. Let's keep this excitement going so that we don't keep this to ourselves. And like Mike said, like the Pro 10 from Japan said, this has to be about exposure and sharing this with other people. So let's go out and do it. You guys, God bless you all. I love you all. Thank you for being on again tonight. I'll talk to you guys soon, okay?